4, 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to episode 142 of the KBMOD podcast. My name is Dan, and I have four gentlemen with me on this podcast who are not the normal podcast crew.
It's the weirdest.
Even a little bit. This is
the
like
scraps.
Somebody just like went under a table and scraped off a bunch of chewing gum, and we came with it. And then they just like, well, let's make a podcast. We are the remnants.
Yeah, we're that stew that the poor people make at the end of the week when they run out of food. They're like, oh, what else do we have that's kind of edible? We'll throw it in a pot.
Throw in an old shoe.
Doesn't taste like crap.
All right, stream. All right. I see you in the chat. It's fucking May 25th, 2014. All right? Now, if I hadn't have said that, Brandon would have taken me inside the mirror Tuesday when he posted this. So
Don't go in the mirror,
You can't do it again.
also, shout out to our sponsors, Blue Microphones. And that's it. That's it. We only have one sponsor. I can't wait till I'm shilling onit.com on the beginning of this podcast for 10 minutes. That'll be when we know we've made it at that point. I don't even know what year it is. Well, now you do. It's a service we provide. It's 2014. It's May 25th. I wish we were sponsored by Gunner soon. Soon. Trademark.
Soon.
TM.
All right. So, as always, I will explain the absence of everyone. APL and Nick Fenton are at a housewarming party for APL's old roommate, the one that Nick replaced, Rishi. Shout outs to Rishi. He's a cool dude.
Did he really replace him?
I don't know that replace was the right word I was looking
He
for.
filled the gap.
You cannot replace. You cannot fill Rishi's shoes because he has 500 pairs of shoes.
That's
So
true. That's
you
true.
can't do it.
The good news is there's a lot more room in that apartment because half of
Exactly.
it's filled with shoe boxes.
Yeah. Nick Fenton, I mean, I love that APL stayed in his room and didn't take Rishi's room. Like, APL's got the smaller room of the two. But he let Nick Fenton have that space.
Scott's a nice guy.
I guess. I guess.
It was
That's
probably
one
the trade-off. Like, Nick would not move in unless he was given the bigger room.
But, yeah, so they're there. And, hey, APL let me know over 24 hours ago. And that's pretty good for APL Fisher.
There you go.
Good.
Responsibility.
As for the Twitch guys, they are all camping in some sort of wooded region right now. All three of them together.
And all watching esports on an iPad because they cannot escape technology, I would assume.
I would also assume that. And probably having tons of sex with each other. Because that is, I mean,
It's a lot.
Blacklight.
Probably a given.
Yeah. I feel like
The ironic
Blacklight,
thing is they're live streaming that on Chatterbait right now.
Yeah.
So
Blacklight probably
contracts.
planned it out and found the place that has the highest population of raccoons in that area, so he can go and mate with his kind.
he lures them there so they can watch. I like when they watch. They have to watch. But they're clapping with their little creepy hands, the creepiest hands on the planet.
I like
on
the
those animals.
3 bros 1 sleeping bag comment in the chat.
It's a snug fit for those three, but they make it work. All right. Well,
So hey, video games.
yeah, video games also occurred this week. We'll go around here. Nikon, what did you do this week?
I've been playing a lot of CS:GO lately. I have the Counter-Strike itch. And someone who's played since 1.5, played 1.6 pretty well. Didn't play as much Source for whatever reason. I think that's on my computer that I maxed out probably 3 years before it came out. Finally was like, no, you can't do anything else. And then I became a console plebeian for years.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I started playing CS:GO, got on that comp grind, and it's a lot of fun. It's very frustrating, but
Yes,
it's a lot
it
of fun.
Most frustrating game I've ever played.
I'm now
So
Master
painful
Guardian
to
1.
progress.
I'm constantly reminded how terrible I am. It's fun.
Yes. But I played a little bit of Smite because I still have the Smite itch, although I don't have it as much. And some Minecraft here and there, but that's really it.
Minecraft. Ha!
Well,
Minecraft. That's a good one.
Should have.
question in the chat: what brought on this resurgence of CS:GO? I think that they have dialed in the feel of most of the guns to the point where I don't feel like I'm like playing a totally different game that isn't Counter-Strike.
No,
It also
feels
helps
good.
that it's been more supported in the esports scene. It's just put it like it's like marketing. It's just been put in your face more, so it just kind of influences you to try to get back into it when it's like the second most played game on Steam now, when it wasn't before.
Yeah.
Also skins. I think skins.
Skins
Yeah,
did help.
yeah, skins mostly.
Yeah, the skin grind is real.
I don't ever.
Stat tracking.
Yeah, I don't buy crates, but when I get them, I fucking open them like right away. I go fill that Steam wallet and I get that key.
I just get too
How many
depressed.
tweets have you had where you're like, "Oh God, opening CS:GO crates"?
I actually
it
have
just
a
ruins my
CS:GO
week.
key,
I can't do
but
it.
no crate for it.
Freaking, I know Eric Brunner. Those that don't know him, Broom Sweeper here on Twitch. He's spent some ungodly amount on CS:GO crates and stuff. Like he got the Huntsman knife and all that stuff. But he spends so much. I mean, he's a pro athlete, so he's got some cash. But god damn, dude, people are. Someone showed me a chart one day of like someone who opened up a bunch of cases.
That
Yeah.
was me.
Simulated opening up a bunch of cases, and
Yep.
they had spent like $700 or something.
It's disgusting how little you get back.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
It is
And it's not even a
crazy.
free-to-play game. You still have to pay for it. Yet it has
Yeah.
like this.
It will be soon.
It probably will be free to play at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, with the way that the economy is changing in the game, like it's just now starting to get to the point where it's having the same kind of economy that TF2 has. So
yeah. I think at some point it will go down to.
it makes sense. It makes sense to go free to play.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know if it makes sense because then hackers can make a new account and then just go on
Yeah,
there.
I
and wreck
really
all.
don't want.
They still do it. I mean, you have to think that these people who are so committed to doing hacks, they will wait for the game to go on sale and just buy like 30 copies of the game. They
Yeah,
don't
that's
fucking
true.
give a shit. They
Dude,
don't care.
Skyshark went and bought a second copy just to play with us because he was so
Yeah.
high rank that he made a Smurf account. For
Little
that.
things will influence people to buy the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a
but-
good game. You should definitely pick it up.
But we'll see. I just think it will go free to play. I do agree with all the concerns in chat and what AJ said with hacking, but I actually agree that will be a bit of a bitch. But I do think someday it will go free to play. Mike is addicted to crates. You can see in the chat that man.
I need drops.
So yeah, we're all just liking how the game feels, I think, and competitive queue is so easy to just go do that, it doesn't take long to find a game, so fun game to play. What about you, Mark?
Well, I haven't really been playing too many games lately. I've still been going back to Trials Fusion every now and again, and I'm trying to just kind of go to a extreme map and listen to a podcast and just kind of improve my times. I've gotten pretty good at Inferno 4 because whenever I first beat it, it was like 400 something faults or something stupid like that. I forget how many faults it took me to beat that map, but now I've got it down to about 24 faults in a pretty decent time. So just going back every now and again and just trying to get better at it. It's amazing how much easier that map gets the more you do it, and that first time just is still burned into my memory of how fucking terrible I was at doing something that's pretty simple in concept, but you just never think about it because a map in Trials is not. It's almost like on Extreme, they all individually have their own little quirks with the way that the physics are supposed to work, so you have to really practice at those specific maps to get tuned to that. And everything else is pretty straightforward, like until you get to Extreme. So it's just a whole nother thing to try to do. I actually haven't tried to do anybody's like custom ninja level maps or anything like that. So I probably need to get on that and try to challenge myself. But other than that, I started playing Prison Architect because I got it on sale. Haven't built my own prison. I just went through the tutorial. I actually like the way the game opens up. It's pretty cool, but I'm looking to get into that because I got it for like $11 on the Humble Store because they've been having their spring sale or whatever they're calling it. I forget.
Yeah.
But I beat The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which is a fucking terrible game. It's just
Really
so
is.
bad. It's
My
the
God.
worst.
You play it on PC.
Yeah. Definitely
How about
played it
those
on
frame
PC.
drops? Great stuff.
Oh my God. You turn off motion blur, you're not turning off motion blur. There's still motion blur everywhere in the fucking game, and there's frame drops like crazy. It ran like shit on my computer, and the game is not that great looking for how many frame drops I had. But I mean, forget that. Like, the fighting mechanics are incredibly simplistic and just boring, and the dialogue is like, there's no words for how bad it is. Like, the boss fight with Kingpin consists of Spider-Man making "you're so fat" jokes that somebody probably just Googled and copy and pasted. Like, they could, if they were gonna go down the route of doing something as stupid as "you're so fat" jokes, they could have at least put some effort into making references to the universe instead of him saying "you're so fat" when you put on a yellow raincoat, people yell "taxi." Like, when did you hear that last? Like, back in the fucking 90s? It's so old. It's so fucking old. And somebody actually made somebody record that for the fucking video game, and I had to listen to him repeat that one joke 3 or 4 times in the fight. Like, they only Googled like 4 or 5, made him record those, and then they just repeated them throughout the fight over and over again. It was horrible.
Be that voice actor though, who gets into the booth like, okay, you're gonna do this voiceover for the video game, and he goes, "Really? This is what my line
You're
is."
so fat jokes? Okay, well,
Okay.
I need a little more money, please. Just a little bit more for my dignity.
His next question, I am getting paid, correct? Okay, all right, I'll say these.
Okay, well, that's
That's
fine.
really
just-
all they care about. They see the copy and they go, all right.
It's super silly to see one of these games that are released, alongside a movie, and the villains that were in the movie are pretty much on the fucking sidelines in this video game. Like, you don't get to Electro and the Green Goblin until the last bit of the game, and their sections are no more than half an hour. And that's it. Like, why is it called The Amazing Spider-Man 2 and kind of tied into the movie if it doesn't resemble the movie at all, and it's just fucking terrible? I don't
understand how they messed it up that bad. Did you play the first one? That's all.
No, I did not.
See, like, the first one was like, it was bad, but it wasn't like terrible. Like, you could get through it and it was okay. But
I mean, and this was just riddled with bugs of Spider-Man getting caught inside of things and enemies that run into walls after they notice you, and all you got to do is just kind of climb out of sight and just wait for them to go away. Like, they're fucking stupid. You can do this thing called rappelling, where you just go down on your web upside down, and you can just sit right next to somebody, and they'll never fucking notice you. They're the most oblivious AI that I've ever seen in a video game. It's horrible. But $40 wasted, although I did make it back with Twitch money after streaming, so I guess no harm, no foul. People got to see the game and didn't have to play it themselves, so I did some good in the world.
I was going to say, I just looked it up on Steam. I'm like, well, it's $40, so...
Yeah, and the first one is still
Ouch.
$50, I think.
God.
Like the second one is cheaper than the one that was released how long ago? I don't remember. But that was the first Spider-Man game that I played since 2, I think. I haven't played one since Spider-Man 2 on PS2. So that was a horrible experience.
Talking about that voice actor reminded me that there's a story a bit ago that Ice-T, the rapper and actor, recorded an audio book that was a Dungeons and Dragons book. There's no audio out there of it, but I would love to hear him talking about... I mean, his quote on it. Let me see if I can get it. His quote on it is amazing.
Yeah, I've also played some more Chivalry. I've been playing that a little bit recently after it went to, have a free weekend and went on sale. There's been an influx of some players, so I just decided to hop on and play a little more since the servers are more populated.
I realized I owned it.
Yeah,
Didn't know I owned it.
It's still a really fun game. It's got a lot going for it with the mods and stuff. It's still fun to play, but it's just one of those games that's really hampered when you play on a server where people have more than 100 ping. Like, ping means everything in that game when it comes to the combat, and when you get onto a bad server, or if you have players with really high pings, it's going to suffer and it's not going to make you like the game. So you just have to keep that in mind, that you don't want to be playing on a server with a bunch of people, way too far away, because it can get pretty frustrating. A little bit of Left 4 Dead 2, a little bit of Dark Souls 2, trying to get into that. But
I
that's
did
pretty
play
much
some
it.
Dark Souls 2 again.
Yeah, me as well. I actually went back to it for the first time in weeks. So Ice-T. Here's Ice-T's quote about Dungeons and Dragons. Son, it took me 3.5 hours to read 25 pages. Motherfuckers talk like Yoda. This shit is impossible to me. Pegasus, Pegasi, that's horses with wings. This shit is crazy. This motherfucker got a sword that talks to him and shit. Motherfuckers live in places that don't exist. God, I want the whole book. I want the whole book.
Oh God.
AJ, what have you been up to this week?
Pretty much Wolfenstein. Yeah.
How is it?
It's fantastic. Like I wasn't expecting masses really. I mean, you know, Wolfenstein, no multiplayer, full single player. Yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I kind of shit on it like after playing about 2 hours just because I really didn't like the prologue that much. But once I got past that, holy shit, I just fell in love. Like so good. Loved it. I think the stealth is. I mean, obviously it's Wolfenstein. I don't really know if forcing stealth in there is the greatest thing in the world. You know, shoot Nazis. That's fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It worked out pretty well. The AI is dumb, so the stealth is easy. But I don't know. It was a fun game, and it's pretty emotional, which was surprising. Like the cutscenes are great.
Crazy good stuff about it. Like and
Yeah.
only praise for the most part.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too.
Yeah, it is really good. It's basically like the main character is Marv from Sin City, pretty much, and he pretty much talks about the equivalent of Nancy for the entire game. Yeah, it's pretty good. I liked it. Also played Killer is Dead today, and the game is fucking awful. Oh my god.
The amount of complaints that I've heard about Killer is Dead is so hilarious to me. Like every time it's brought up, like I just hear Blacklight in the back of my head going, "Fuck that game."
Dude, I should have listened to him. I heard him talking about it, and I thought, oh no, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. It can't be as bad as that. Played it today. Oh my fucking god! It's locked at 30 FPS for one thing. So there's that. Once you unlock it. Right, the QTEs are broken, so you can mash X as much as possible, but it doesn't give a fuck. You're gonna die. That's fine. So you go and unlock that. The game still doesn't care. It literally it is awful, so bad. And I didn't even dare listen to the game in English. Apparently the voice acting is abysmal. I went full weirdo and just went Japanese, and for some reason the stream liked that. So that's great. But Jesus Christ, that game is just awful.
Chat is split. Yeah, no.
How much did it cost?
It's only a $20 game, I think.
Okay, it's not
Oh,
too
apparently I got
terrible.
Sin City dude wrong. My bad.
Yeah, it's not expensive, but when
$20 is a lot for a bad game, I would say.
When I
I
first,
would say it was a lot, but if I ever spend $60 on a game and I hate it, I just want to kill myself.
Yeah, that's a different story.
God Ghost. That's my #1 regret purchase right there. God Ghost.
Yeah.
That's why I bought fucking Dynasty Warriors on KBMOD to show it to people, because I was like, man, this is $50. Like, Bound by Flame was $40. Some of these games do not need to be this expensive. Even though, I mean, Dynasty Warriors isn't a bad game at all. I don't think Bound by Flame is actually that bad either. It's not good, but it's not bad either. All right, Hex, what have you been playing this week?
Some Tomb Raider. Trying to finish that up on my channel. We played.
How far are you in Tomb Raider?
I'm about 3/4 of the way through it, so I probably have about 2 hours left, and that game is done. Really
I did
good
not
game.
beat that game yet.
You know what?
I don't even know if I
Shame
should
on
try.
you.
Would they have fixed all the problems that I was having with my graphics,
Yes.
where I was getting tons of artifacts and I couldn't play the game?
Yeah, that was.
I've had no problems with that.
Okay.
It's really fun. It's a really good game. The story is excellent. The gameplay works really well. There's a couple sections of it that I was incredibly frustrated with, that I ended up playing more than once because I had some PC problems. But now that I'm past them, I'm 2 or 3 hours left in that game, and I really want to finish it because I enjoyed it quite a bit. So we played that this week. We played Wolfenstein on my show this week on KBMOD. Really liked that game. I agree with AJ. Like, wasn't expecting a lot from it. When they said Wolfenstein game without multiplayer, I kind of turned off because like, why would I want to play that? But the story's been good so far. The gunplay is really good. The level design feels solid. So I'm hoping that they get Machine Games to do some of the Doom 4 stuff. What did we play?
played
We
something
played Smite on Thursday. Smite was good. Always fun times with Smite. Played some Tropico 5. Really liked that game.
It's more Tropico from what I've heard. Like,
It's
not
more
that that's a
Tropico-
bad thing, but it's just there's
Yeah,
not
that's
much
not a
to
bad thing. Like, I like Tropico a lot. It's one of my favorite series. But the things they added this time around, they added like this age progression thing where you go from like very colonial revolution age all the way through futuristic, through like a futuristic time period. And a lot of the technology is stepped with that, so it makes the game feel like it has a much longer progression. And every island that you start on, so if you do one mission on a specific island and then do like another mission on a different island, all those changes that you've made to islands between missions stick. So like if you do mission 1 on island 1 and mission 3 on island 1, all your mission 1, island 1 changes stick for that next mission, and it lets you build up like an empire. Basically, they're really focusing on like what your legacy is for your dictator. So it's really interesting. It's a good change. It makes it really fun.
Cool. You also played a game this weekend. By the way, the date is now May 27th, 2014.
Yes,
Because Hex played a game
I played a game.
called Watch Dogs.
I did. Played some Watch Dogs. I played about 4 hours of Watch Dogs, maybe a little more than 4 hours of Watch Dogs.
This is not a review.
This is not a review.
I'm just putting every
I know that
caveat
feel.
possible on this embargo.
I lasted 1 hour.
This is a thought about the game Watch Dogs. It's really mediocre. Like, it's not bad. It's not a bad game in any way. Like, it's a very mediocre open world game. Like, the hacking thing is kind of boring after about an hour. It's like, oh, I get it. I can every traffic light and just change all the traffic lights.
The problem
That's
that I had mostly was that it seemed like they were putting all of their effort and all of their money into the marketing budget and creating all of these collector's editions for a character that nobody even
There's like
fucking knows
1,000
about.
pre-orders.
Yeah.
Like
his
1,000.
his fucking hat is not iconic. You don't know what the fucking word iconic means, you pieces of shit. He's never been in a video game before. It can't be iconic. That makes no sense.
Can we talk about
they-
positions for this game for 1 second? Because if you like, there's a really good article on Polygon about this right now, where if you wanted every individual piece of content, every possible thing you could do in Watch Dogs, because you're a sadist, like you really want to kind of pain, it would cost you almost $1,300 to get every single piece of content they developed for this game. So maybe what the developer should have done in the 7-month delay for this fucking game was not think about how can we make more money off of it. Think about how can we make all that content fun? Because it's so boring. Like, the game is so boring and the story is so contrived.
Well, and also like there's just these little things that I've seen in all of this gameplay that keeps popping up from people who, you know, had the game leaked and they put gameplay up on YouTube. It's just like these little things, like when you go into the first person driving and his fucking arm is blurred and there's no real animation for him driving. It's just his fucking left arm, stiff as shit, just turning the wheel, and it doesn't look like a man's arm is doing it. Like, you put no effort into that. And then fucking cars popping in so close to the player on ultra settings. Like,
Yeah, I
are
saw
you kidding
that.
me? It's fucking PC. We should be able to do this by now. Like, cars should not be popping in a street down. The way that they popped in was also just fucking ugly. There were just too many things that did not seem like anybody put any fucking thought into them. And it was
So
fucking
cool.
annoying to see that, considering how much they want to hype this game, and it's on the top sellers list on Steam, and it has been there for a while. I don't know how many fucking copies have been pre-ordered. Too many. Just way too goddamn many. Pre-orders are fucking awful, and this is proof of it.
Well,
Like,
this is the most egregious example that I've ever seen. I've never seen
because
anything
they
like this
put
game.
all their money into convincing you to buying the product and not into the product itself.
Right.
Like, that's wrong. They shouldn't be doing that.
Well, like, one of the core parts of the game is that driving aspect, because you're going to spend a fair bit of your time in that game in a car. The driving is fucking terrible.
It looked awful in the physics too, because I saw one
horrible.
clip where a guy flew into the air and his car hit something and the car just bounced up straight. There's no physics engine there. Like, the car should be tipping over to the side if it's supposed to react accordingly, but it just hit like a pole and just bounced up off of it. It looked fucking stupid.
No,
You're
the
not a
physics-
car. How do you know
the
how the
driving
car's
is
going to
awful.
react?
Graphics
You're
for the
not a
cars-
car. You don't know anything about being a car.
So one of the things they keep pushing for this is it's like the next gen open world game. And after seeing the graphics for how any of the driving segments work, it looks like a 360 game. There's no collusion detection on the cars. The physics engine is terrible. It's just the most mediocre game I've played in a long fucking time. If they had released this on the initial release date before Grand Theft Auto 5, they would have gotten shit all over. Like, it would have been an embarrassment.
So you did play GTA 5, correct?
Oh, I played a bunch of GTA. That game, I would love to play on a real platform. Right. It'd be great to play that on a PC, but that game is a better game than Watch Dogs.
Speculation is this holiday season, PS4, Xbox One, PC, GTA 5. That's the speculation.
And it's also the problem that GTA 5 is on fucking terribly old hardware and still looks more impressive to me than Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
For all of its problems.
I don't understand what they did during that delay. Like, there are so many corners cut. Like, the headlights of the cars, like GTA 4, if you parked in front of like a bin or something, like the shadow would cast behind it. That's not in Watch Dogs, and this is meant to be next gen. Like, there is none of that there.
Well, this
like,
game's been in development for, well, actually, as long as GTA 5 was. So never mind. I have no excuse. I was going to try to make an excuse here, but
like the cutscenes look nice. Like, I'll give them that. I like the
cutscenes look great. The in-engine stuff looks terrible.
Yeah, you walk out into the world and you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I don't know. No hype.
There's been nothing that has excited me about next gen at all.
Not yet. Well, see, what people fail to think about is that the first year, like, that's not really the time to get one of these consoles, for the most part. It's also not the time when you're going to get the best games. Like, think about really good 360 games and PS3 games, stuff like Gears of War 3, for instance. That was, how many years into that cycle? That's one of the most best reviewed games for the 360.
Well, I mean, there are exceptions to that rule. Like, look at Heavy Rain. That's a PS3 launch game. Beautiful, brilliant game. Well written. Gameplay's excellent. I mean, Mark can talk about that. He loves that game. It's one of his games ever.
Don't even fucking start with me. Don't start.
But, like...
Jason!
Most memorable opening to a game ever.
Halo 3. Yep. Those games take time. It takes time for these developers. Yes, PS4 and Xbox One are more similar to PC, so technically they should have a bit more chops on these systems, but you still don't know, especially the first year. I mean, how long did they have dev kits? Also, like I said last week, for games like Dark Souls 2, if that game had come out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC only, it would have been a much better looking game, just straight up. Like, I feel like From was really hamstrung on that game with a lot of what they wanted to do, simply because they wanted to put it out in the old platforms.
Yep.
And I think
constrains you, just gives you way less time when you've got to make it work on that shit.
Yep. And look at fucking Titanfall and a 360. Fucking garbage. Fucking why even do it? Just
there is literally no point. Just no point at all.
Yep. So, all right. Well, I suppose I played video games this week as well. I played a whole lot of Street Fighter 4, like 20 to 30 hours of Street Fighter 4 this week.
That ranked grind.
Yep. Just getting the shit kicked out of me for hours on end. CSGO. I also played the real highlights for me where I played Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 3. I gotta say, 3 episodes in with probably 2 to go. It's usually 5 is what they do. Not nearly as good as Season 1.
I haven't played it yet. I've been waiting. I was late into the Walking Dead hype. So, like, almost everything had come out aside from the last one with Season 1. I just marathoned that shit, fell in love with it.
Well, Season 1...
Is it really disappointing?
No, it's not...
It's depressing me now. You're ruining my week.
It's more... See, the problem is, without going into spoilers at all, there's no Lee in this season. There's no character like that. That really is the heart of the game. Clem doesn't even take over that function.
Push her at all? No.
She is the main character. You play as her.
Right.
But she isn't Lee. She's not, like, there is no Clem to Clem. Like, there's no other character that carries it at all. There's a couple that could have been, but there's none that they wrote in to be that intrinsic to the story. Like, Lee and Clem are the heart of that whole Season 1. There is no Clem's just a badass bitch. Like, that's all there is to it. She's 11, and she is a stone cold killer. And the choices I have made her into an even more stone cold killer. Dear God,
I can deal with that.
The end of the third episode is some of the most hardcore shit that I've ever seen. Like, from like story wise and like exposing a child to something that they should not see at all, even in that horrible world. Like, yeah, it goes crazy. I have pretty much killed everyone off, by the way, with my choices. This has been the most bloodthirsty playthrough of The Walking Dead. But yeah, Clementine does not give a shit, especially my Clementine. She is mean. She's just a total jerk. If this was Mass Effect, she'd be way far to the one side. I forget what the points are in that, but yeah, it's not as good. I think they went a little less. If these were films, they went a little less drama film and a little more action movie, I guess you could say.
I'm so
I still haven't played The Walking Dead. I have it's on my list of like 200 games I need to play.
It's like 10 hours to get through the first
I never get into it.
It's really good to stream, though. It's really good to stream.
I just don't think it has enough gameplay to pique my interest. It will, with the way that it plays out. It's never been my thing to do something like that. That's more of an interactive drama type of situation. Like, taking the idea that David Cage tried to do and actually doing it well, it still doesn't intrigue me that much.
It is done super well in season 1, though. Super fucking well.
Yeah.
I do think if you're the two games that they have going right now with Wolf Among Us and or season 2 of The Walking Dead, Wolf Among Us is far stronger. Wolf Among Us is amazing, though, so they hit another home run with that one. Walking Dead is a little bit living off what it did prior. They're still the best done of those types of games out by a long shot. I mean, like point and click, I guess you could say, adventures, but not really. So it's pretty good. And then I spent all weekend just watching UFGT 10, and it was awesome. They had a mystery game tournament, and they had it running as a second screen constantly throughout the whole weekend on a tournament. So every round in the mystery game tournament is a different game, and you don't know what it's going to be till you step up. Like, they had them playing Tetris with DDR pads and like all this like crazy shit.
All right, I'm buying a DDR pad. I've been talking about getting off my fat ass and doing something active. If you can do Tetris with a DDR pad, I'm buying one today.
I also started working out this week, so there you go. In that vein.
I used to do DDR when I was younger. We had one of those plug-in pads that goes on the floor, and we used to play that. We got two of them. It was pretty fun.
The only reason I got into it was I borrowed my friend had two really nice pads, the ones that cost like $60. Granted, there's better ones than that, but I borrowed one. My dog chewed it up, but he didn't chew it up so it didn't work. He just chewed it up so it looked like shit. So I ended up having this DDR pad, and then I ended up getting into it all the time. And then I was already super skinny, but it kept me in shape. Now I'm fat. I'm going, that was fun. I'm going to look like an idiot, so even better for Twitch, I should buy one.
Get like a Kinect game. Get Dance Central or Just Dance.
There you go.
Yeah, but I have to buy a console.
I can't do that.
No.
I also played oh god, now I'm blanking again. The fuck was it? Damn. Oh, NHL 14. And we got to the playoffs this week. Had an intense first round of the playoff stream. I won one game. It was the most hype I think I've seen in my chat. I won a game with like 0.7 seconds left in the game.
I watched that highlight tonight. It was excellent.
It was pretty hype. But yeah, so I played that and that was it. But we will take a quick break here, and then we'll be back with some news from this week. Stay tuned.
Nah.
Nah, see ya, bud. God, that Watch Dogs thing is so disappointing.
It's such a mediocre game. It's not bad.
You know what? You know what I think it is? I think mentally it's also playing into your head that this game was delayed, and the hype has murdered it for you.
Oh, yeah. Like, there was so much, oh, look how much you can interact with the world.
What was the last game that got hyped a bunch and everyone was all about to like sell their firstborn for?
I mean,
and then
Dead
we were all
Island is right up there.
maybe
Yeah.
that was definitely one of them.
But
I mean, that trailer did a lot to hype people up.
Yeah.
It was a very good trailer. Not a very good game. Not very good at all.
I actually played some of that Dead Island MOBA that's out, but I'm not supposed to.
Yeah,
talk
I
about
haven't
it,
actually
apparently.
gotten into it.
I
I mean,
quite
the
liked
art
it.
style is actually pretty okay on that game, and it runs very well. But I haven't gotten into like multiplayer games to see if it works right. Because they keep doing tests where they like give people, you know, extra shit to just kind of test their store or whatever. I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on it though. It does look okay.
Oh shit! You know what I just
was
realized?
fun.
You know what else I played this week? I played fucking Dirty Bomb.
did you? You can't talk about it though. I don't think.
No, I can't. But what I can tell you is, if you played Brink, you played that fucking game.
Shit.
Literally, it's free to play Brink, and it is the most insulting thing I've ever seen in my entire life. The menu system is identical, like that white Apple background.
They
It's like,
promised us. Those devs
No,
promised
don't
us
do
at PAX Prime.
They're gonna
last
get
year.
sued by Amazon if they have that Apple background.
It's
Whites.
fucking free to play Brink, and no one wanted that. That's exactly what it is.
I'm so mad right now. So
Yeah, with Watch Dogs, I'm just interested to see how the reviews are going to go. Just how many of them are going to be high.
I bet
wanna
it's going to be
see-
like an 8.
It's going to be a lot.
8 plus.
Yeah, I'm
Metacritic.
thinking pretty.
I just hope that it ends up being completely mixed where, you know, you've got the ones that are obviously just fucking contrived reviews that give it an 8 to 10. And then you've got someone who's like, you know what? I really don't like this game. I didn't buy into the hype of it. I wasn't excited for it, had no expectations, and it did not pay off well. So I hope that something happens because, god damn it, it does not look good. It doesn't look fun.
As much as I love Polygon and their reviews are generally spot on, I'm waiting for them to be like 9 or 10. Great game.
Yep. I've no idea. All right. The news. Start into it. More Half-Life 3 trolling this week. This time from Counter-Strike creator Min Lee, who stopped by Valve. This is the worst thing, is all the headlines, excuse me,
Yeah.
all say, I did see some concept art for Half-Life 3. Then all of them, Kotaku, PC Gamer, Polygon, they all said it had the same headline. And then the quote that he actually gives is, I guess I could say that I did see something that looked kind of like in the Half-Life universe. It wouldn't surprise anyone if they said they're doing it, they're working on it, yeah. So
News
to go on a limb, I'd say I did see some concept art of Half-Life 3. It sounds like I want this interview in some pub. So I saw some Half-Life 3 art, I guess. God damn it.
God
That
damn
whole
it.
thing, it's like, did anyone really think that Valve wasn't working on Half-Life 3? Like, was that some big revelation?
Yeah,
like,
no, they're obviously
their
working on
Half-Life
it.
game?
But, like,
Really?
You stupid fucking nerds. Of course they're working on
It's so
Half-Life 3.
fucking. It baffles me, like how badly people pine for information for this fucking game. Just give it a rest. Fucking
I
go
know.
on about your life, and when they're ready to reveal it, they'll fucking reveal it. Just
And
fuck
it will
off.
be
Who
out of
cares?
nowhere too when they reveal
Yeah.
it. It will be out of fucking nowhere because
I still
Valve,
think-
Goddamn video game.
Valve does not care.
No. Zero fucks
They'll
given.
just release it on Steam. Like it'll just be there one day. And it'll just be like, oh, it's out.
Now the better news in this, though, the real news, he did see Left 4 Dead 3, and he says it's really good, basically, and that actually should be exciting. But that should be
I don't
out
trust
soon.
his
That should
opinion
be out
after
soon.
the fucking terrible tactical intervention.
That
Yeah.
game is fucking garbage. I hate that guy for that game. I don't
don't
even
care what he
that
has
he
to
made
say.
CS. Fuck him.
But if I had to say Left 4 Dead 3 would be out in the next year or two, like it's actually imminent, and it'll probably be free to play. I feel like Valve's. I don't know why they would charge for it. Just give us a
For
bunch-
Left 4 Dead 3, I don't know. That's I think that's just it's so different from their other multiplayer games. Like it would follow in the same suit as that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's
I
not
never
like
got into the first two.
huge tier of unlockables or whatever that you could do with Left 4 Dead 3 where
Costumes.
yeah, like TF2 or CS:GO, those are games that have like a lot of content you could expand. Left 4 Dead is kind of like go shoot zombies and go away.
So, Minley trolling us from the inside.
The best way to troll me.
Yeah. little diddle on the inside. But in really good news by a developer that does also give a shit, much like Valve, 4A Games, the dudes behind Metro 2033 and Last Light, both excellent titles. If you haven't played them, you should. But you should wait for this remastered Redux version to come out. Later this summer. It's only going to be on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Basically, Metro Last Light is getting a few different and new graphic options, but I don't think... And this also includes all the DLC, this Redux edition. Last Light, it doesn't look like will have that huge of a change, minus some more graphical enhancements for it. New lighting system completely being put in the game. That game already looked phenomenal. That was one of my nominees, I believe, last year for the technical marvel, because that game looks so good. Also, it beat the shit out of PCs when it came out. You needed SLI to run highest settings.
Yeah, my PC was crying.
Yeah, you have SLI 680s, and it was beating them up. But the real good thing here is that Metro 2033, which was a good game, but had some real flaws in it, especially for me with the combat. I never even got through it completely because I just couldn't deal with the combat in certain sections and how they were made. The stealth system in it was completely broken, to the point of not even really being usable. And you also couldn't even... There was no way in 2033 to be like, oh, I'm definitely going to stealth past this guy, because you really had no idea. It was a crapshoot. But they're incorporating the entire stealth system from Last Light into 2033, as well as some other combat niceties that were in Last Light. They're putting them in 2033, and also upgrading all the engine for that game as well. Because that game is probably, what, 5 years old now even? Maybe?
I actually just installed it. It's on my list of things I need to play.
It's so good. I can't wait. Like, I liked Last Light, but I much prefer the story from 2033. But like you said, the gameplay is, it's okay. Like, I finished it, but the stealth and stuff in Last Light was great. I can't wait to see that. Like, the new lighting system and supposedly new performance, because 2033 runs like shit.
Yes, it does. It runs like garbage.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Also, considering at the end of the thing, they say that the PS4 version is going to be 1080p 60 FPS. Like, I love that that's a thing recently, you know, with the whole Watch Dogs fiasco where nobody could fucking get their story straight.
Yep.
And then you have Metro, which is probably one of the most taxing games ever made. And they're like, yeah, we'll make it run at 1080p 60 frames. Who fucking cares? We'll do it.
A few other things here. They
Not
added
a big deal.
Ranger mode will come with both titles. Ranger mode was in a kind of a weird choice, was in the DLC for Last Light or the pre-order, one of the two. You had to pay for it, basically. You didn't just get it if you bought the game. Ranger mode's the most hardcore mode, and it is very hard. From what I've heard, there's basically no HUD. I don't play on that. I just want to get through the story. If you own the titles currently, if you already own Metro 2033 and Last Light, you get 50% off the Redux version straight away. So props to them for that.
I love that.
If you own one and you only want to get, like, for instance, for me, I may only want to buy the new 2033. They're going to be $25 each, or you can get both of them for, you know, probably 40 on PC. But
no, it said both of them would be 50. Like, it's just adding the cost together. There's no discount.
Okay.
From what I saw. I could be wrong, but I only saw it in one area.
So, pretty cool, man, and good move by them, and there is a third game in development. We know that. And hopefully 4A Games is no longer in a shed somewhere, because they've moved to, their offices have been moved to Malta into a brand new facility. So thank God for that, because I don't know if people remember, on this podcast we did talk about the pretty much horrible conditions that they were deving in their old office, without heat sometimes and all kinds of other stuff. No real current PC anything there, which is pretty crazy for what they did with Last Light.
Yeah.
So props to them for making some cash and moving out of there. So next up, Hearthstone. $250,000 prize pool at BlizzCon for the World Championships for Hearthstone. That's a pretty steep price for RNG. I mean, you know, winner gets winner gets 100K.
I would
so
hope,
for all the nerds who don't know what RNG stands for, why don't you let us know? Because
That is,
of course, I know what it stands for, but someone else
the
might not.
random number generator.
I would
Okay.
very
that
much
totally
hope
makes
that
sense,
the
and I totally knew
finals
that.
game. I would hope that the finals game comes down to the most RNG bullshit ever, and someone just
Yeah,
gets
like some dude just
extremely
never
fucking
pulls
mad.
Flame Strike and then
Yeah.
loses like that.
I've never played that game. I
It's
don't
so
understand the
good.
appeal. I don't
It's
get
so
it.
good.
It's a card game. It's the same
It's
thing with
really
Minecraft. I
good.
don't get it. Minecraft is Lego on a PC. I don't.
What
don't
else
get
is
it.
there
At
to
what
get?
point was
You
Lego
don't
on a
like
PC
Legos? What are you,
bad?
a communist?
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, you're bad.
I hate fun. Apparently, whatever.
This was AJ's first and only
You
podcast.
drink your tea and
Yeah.
shove it up your ass.
Also, for those who don't know, AJ is live from the UK here, so it's like 5
It's
in
4
the
a.m.,
morning.
pretty
4
much.
a.m. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be awake.
No one
anyway. I
cares
don't
after
sleep.
that
If you couldn't
comment.
tell by my eyes, you know.
Of course, this is 250K. The international is at 6.4 million right now. So
How did that get to that level? Like, I know Dota 2 is crazy.
because
popular,
it's
but
funded by the community.
$6
people
million
want this
in
in-game
prize
shits.
pool for that game?
Yeah.
Like, that's nuts.
Yeah,
I just love K9's comment. Blizzard hosts lottery.
winner gets to put 5 Alex Strazas in his deck. And just-
Valve might as well make a prize like pool for opening up CS:GO crates. It'd be like the same thing.
Yeah, okay. That's
Who
the
can
next
open up the best
international.
knife?
I want to hear the esports commentary for that.
6.8
is
million
going
now.
in.
Shit, holy god.
6.8 million for
Yeah,
Dota 2.
CS:GO at DreamHack, I believe, will also be funded by the
By
community.
crates?
Yes, by crates. So if you're really good at being with your Lord and Savior RNGesus, you may want to try to get in on this Hearthstone World Championship at BlizzCon this year.
Hearthstone
That's
is
my favorite.
fun. I don't even like card games, and I played it for a good while. I even
Alright.
paid $10 towards it, and then never played it again. So.
I'm just bad at it. I tried to do
Yeah.
arena, which was the thing that I got interested in, and I just got my ass kicked, and I never went back.
Yeah, it's fun. I love and hate with it all the time. It's like
It
that.
got to the point that I felt like I needed to put money into the game, and I was like,
I still haven't. Still, the Valve poverty continues almost a year later.
Yeah, I mean, if you do the daily quests and whatnot, like you can do fine. But yeah, it is very ruining to your self-esteem to just get crushed like 0-3 in a fucking arena and just get kicked out. Like there's your 100 gold. Goodbye.
Just be like Brandon, and when you go on your honeymoon, still play it for the daily prizes. That's dedication right there.
It is dedication. Now, sex with this beautiful woman, I think I'll drop this fucking gruel on this dude's face.
Hold up, babe. This is my warm up.
Underneath this iPad, it's growing.
Taz Dingo.
the worst.
Well,
This is
Matt.
the podcast. This is it. This is the end.
Up next, modders are fucking insane. This just in. If you guys didn't see this when we tweeted it out like 18 times the day we saw it,
Good lord.
you
this
should go look at it now, and I'll put it in the chat. Some dudes modded Doom 2, the original idtech engine, and they made this thing called Total Chaos, and it will be in beta soon. It's a zombie survival thing, whatever on that part of it. But as you watch this, if you do watch this right now as we're sitting here, Doom 2,
This is the Doom
1992, the
Yep.
idtech 1 engine.
It is ridiculous. I don't get
This
it.
looks like Amnesia. Like
It is incredible. We will play it on here the moment it is available in beta for download. It says it's inspired by games like Stalker, which is totally fine with me. You got to scavenge for keys and guns and food and all that kind of stuff. It's completely nuts. It is through one of the modded Doom launchers, but it is 100% still the original engine.
Right. It's
So-
still running on Tech 1, but it's running through the GZ Doom engine, which is like a vamped up and modified version of that original Tech 1 engine. And it's still very similar, but they've added things like volumetric
Shadows, lighting.
shadowing. Like there's a lot of different things that you can do with Tech 1 that literally 20 years later, people are still playing with this engine. That's how good that engine is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
16x motion blur, high res textures, so 720p and 1080p textures.
That's what it really comes down to is textures. If you have higher, I remember playing like Quake 2 or something, but I bumped it up to max settings 1080p. It actually looked okay for a game that was really, really old, and it was still fun. So, if you can get, and that didn't even have high-res textures or anything,
it's
too.
fucking impressive, regardless.
But no, I'm not saying it's
well,
not.
have part people.
That's
in
to
the
say
chat
that old engines are still really good.
Yeah.
If you want to put the time and effort
it
into
shows
them.
you the incredible achievement that those guys did at that point.
Well, not only that, but it also shows you the benefit of once your game engine has stopped making you money, open sourcing it, because they released the source code for Doom forever ago at this point, and it gives people that are going to make more games and mod things more access to what they can actually do, and it makes stuff like this happen. Like, release your source code.
Pretty awesome. A few little E3/delay notes. EA is revealing 6 new games at E3, all of which will be hyped up and then delayed. Ubisoft will be also doing the same thing and following
Exactly
suit with
the
5
same
other
thing
games.
with one less game.
Yeah, one less game from Ubisoft. But these will all be hyped up a lot, and we will be hype on them. Mark and I may even do another live stream over a press conference like we did last year.
Oh, God. I would love to do that, actually.
God, that was so fun. As Jack Trenton dropped that PS4 price bomb. Yeah, it was pretty hilarious. And in the unfortunate part of this, The Division, which was announced at E3 last year by Ubisoft, has been delayed to 2015.
Wait, is this for real? This
Yeah.
isn't. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You know what Ubisoft's big announcement is this year? That it's also, again, been delayed to 2016. So.
Ubisoft
Just
itself
stop
has been
listening to
delayed.
Ubisoft. Just stop listening to them and anything that they have to say at this point.
We're just going to make
It's
an
going the
announcement.
same
We're
as
releasing a
Xbox.
game on time this year, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah, just drop the
They won't
mic
even tell you
while
what game it is because they don't want to commit, but they promise a game will come out.
All right, new releases this week. There are actually some interesting ones this week. Ib and Ob, which was actually a really good mobile platformer from what I've heard. And after playing Year Walk, I will not doubt mobile ports anymore. That game is fucking phenomenal.
It all depends.
Yeah, it does all.
All they have to do is just put the effort.
Yeah, if it's in Unity, they just hit a button and it should work. So, that's what you do. You seriously just build
really
it
is.
and then you hit port to
Hey,
PC, and it's like, all
Not
right.
everyone can hit a button, all right? So please don't discriminate.
Dude, Fat Attack did it. Anyone can do it. Tuesday, of course, Watch Dogs comes out. Although I don't know if you're going to buy it at this point. Also, Final Fantasy III
Yes.
comes out.
Hype.
Finally, a game from 1991 is coming out. I can't. I'm so excited, you guys.
I wanna understand-
Do it.
I want to understand the release schedule because they keep going like back and forth in the
They keep
the
porting
numbers.
them. They keep porting them.
I don't know why
So-
they keep choosing the random Final Fantasies
Also,
that they
is
keep
this
porting
the
over.
real 3? Is this really 3 or is this 3.6?
Yes,
Which,
Yeah, that's a good question because 6, when I
6
played it, was 3, and that was the best game of all
the
time
good Japanese 3. And then
on Super Nintendo.
AJ wants to say something. He wants to say something, I can tell.
I think this is 3.3, and I'm excited because I'm pretty sure it's the DS version, so it's not all like because you have the original, which looks great. Then you have like the shitty mobile one they did, where they didn't make new sprites, they just kind of like blurred the original ones, and it looks fucking abysmal.
Make
Like,
these
I
look
had no
worse
idea
and
what-
put them on
yeah,
a
I know.
phone.
I have no idea what the idea was behind it. But then they
Done.
remade it and in 3D, and it looks nice and stuff. And it's Final Fantasy, so I'm gonna play it
Yep.
and hope
Yeah,
it
you
doesn't
are.
suck. Yeah,
It's
gonna be
supposed to
amazing.
be one of the best games, actually. That's revered as, besides 7, this game is also revered as the best. Final
Yeah,
Fantasy,
story wise,
so.
it kind of like set the whole formula. Like it's really good. I like it.
6 is better.
Also, Wolf Among Us Episode 4 comes out on Tuesday, which I am super psyched for. Shit went off the rails at the end of Episode 3 in that, so...
Are they doing 5 episodes for that
I
overall?
believe it may be 6, but I'm pretty sure it's
6.
5.
Okay, because I haven't touched that either. I'm waiting for that to
my
finish
God.
as well.
It's
Is it
really good.
Is it better than season 2 of The Walking Dead?
Yes. I
Okay,
think it's
all right.
better.
I'll get on that then.
Yeah.
Shit.
Also, there won't be a sequel to this. This is a comic book arc, and like that's it. So, oh, and this one's for Mark. We talked about this briefly before the cast. I would never put this on a new release normally, but I knew Mark was going to be on the cast. So, Dracula 4 and 5 Special Steam Edition.
They're releasing
coming
these two
out.
games together. My favorite thing is if you go to the Dracula 4 and 5 Steam page, there are 2 reviews from the same outlet called Game Zebo, and they're 5 out of 5 for the games. Like, they put the 5 out of 5 for 4 and 5 on
Let me
there.
just point out that there are 5 of these games. Okay?
Yeah.
5 of them.
Well,
5
compared
of
to
them.
Sherlock Holmes games, that's a small number.
Yeah, but if you look at the Metacritics on this, I think altogether it might be the lowest set of Metacritics.
Wow.
But if you look at if you look at the details in the about the game section under Dracula 4, under the highlights, you see different puzzles to solve, just different. But then when you go to the 5th one under highlights, it says unique puzzles to solve. Like they really found their stride with the Dracula series, and they've figured out how to make some unique vampire puzzles for you.
I love that. I love that. Reviews 5 out of 5. Game Zebo, just both of them. God, I just went and looked at it. Oh my god.
Fluid and intuitive point-and-click navigation. Like, it's so hard to make point-and-click navigation. It's literally just moving your mouse and clicking on things.
Moving the
What
mouse cursor across the screen was one of the most invigorating and fluid experiences. This is hands down the best game I've ever played. 5 of 5.
Yeah, that was really exciting back when Windows 95 came out or whatever.
Dude,
it was.
when I move my mouse, the fucking cursor
Well, you get a
moves where
mouse
I
with this
moved it.
computer? What the hell?
The fuck is that?
Follow the tracks of the famous Vlad Tepes.
Just stop.
This is like if a child was handed the Unreal Engine. That's what this looks like.
That's insulting to children that have access to the Unreal 4 engine.
I just don't even know what the connection to Dracula is with this game. Looking at the description of the gameplay, it's
Look,
got
dude.
something to do with like a fucking art piece or something, and something with the shadow of the dragon. Who the fuck is the shadow of the dragon? I don't get it.
I think
Maybe
it's
I need
like
to
a
go back
cult
to
of
Dracula 1 and
Dude,
really
Dracula
get invested.
the Resurrection. You may need to go back.
Just run all.
They're
one
all on Steam.
marathon stream.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Normally I would not even mention that, but Thursday, this one was for APL. Among the Sleep comes out Thursday, which is the horror game where you play as a 2-year-old.
Yeah, that looks like it'll be fun.
It also has full Rift support if you do have a Rift out there. It was built partially with the Rift in mind. It was going to be out actually earlier, and then they redid a lot of it for the Rift.
I don't understand that game. And I've watched gameplay of it. Oh, this is going to be unpopular opinion time because people have been fucking hyping this one up that I've seen.
I think on
Dude,
the
I'm
Rift.
excited. I will fight you on
Everything
this.
that I've heard about this is like people are like, "Oh my god, Among the Sleep," but it's a 2-year-old. The character's
That's
never
fucking
going to be in
creepy.
danger. It's never going to be in danger. I don't
I think
feel
you doubt the horrificness of.
what I saw. It just seemed like a child just having nightmares that make no sense for a child to have that is 2 years old.
I think in the
don't.
Rift-
Teddy bear
Yeah,
companion.
but if those come to life,
And
that's gonna
yes,
be
the fucking
scary.
teddy bear companion. Like I don't.
The
I
teddy
don't
bear will
understand the
die.
appeal.
Feels will be had. Come on.
I don't
It's gonna
understand.
be amazing.
You'll buy it, you'll stream it, you'll make
well,
money.
here's
No,
what
I
would
won't.
say.
No.
I agree with you. I agree with you in part because, but I do think this game at this point would be one of these where on the Rift it's probably amazing, and in a regular playthrough it's probably okay. But on the
I just
Rift,
don't
it's
understand what
probably
you do with a
fantastic.
2-year-old character that makes me feel invested to where this 2-year-old has an actual
Do you
conflict.
hate children? You don't care for this kid's
I
well-being?
do. I don't like the idea of controlling a child in video games. They're fucking stupid. Like, what are they going to accomplish? It's a
Makes me
2-year-old.
vulnerable,
What can he
man.
figure out? It doesn't make any sense. He would
What's
just
the
be
bears
walking.
there for?
He would just walk and crawl around.
But we are buying a Rift, and APL will play this on the Rift.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Can we
So-
make him wear a diaper
Yes.
while he's also
Yes.
on the Rift?
100%.
Absolutely, yes.
That'll be a donation goal for Extra Life this year.
Depends for Scott.
APL must play this in a pair of fucking what are those? God, there's Depends, and then there's those things that.
Oops, I shit my pants.
Does anyone know who Tony Saragusa is or was? He was a football player, giant fucking guy, and he's hawking adult dude diapers now on TV. This is where
For-
he's at. And
If
they're
you're a
called
leaker or
something
whatever
else.
it is.
Yeah, they're called something else. Not Depends, but Saturday, May 31st, Head Start for WildStar. I will be streaming all day for
Did you buy it?
WildStar.
I've been hopping on the Ops Week, whatever they've been calling it, whenever they've had the realms up, and I'm trying to get more involved in learning how to level up fast in the game so I can immediately get on Head Start. I fucking pre-ordered it like right after the open beta ended.
Yep, I played it 9 hours
Very
in one
excited to
day and
play
then
it.
pre-ordered it.
I will likely pre-order it next Friday when I get paid.
Yeah, I put a lot of time into the beta, like leveling up different classes and path combinations, and I think I'm finally settling on what I want. It's just so hard to choose.
Right.
And doing some of those paths, like the fucking Explorer, is so fun to just climb up a goddamn
That's
tree
definitely what
that
I'm
somebody
picking
else
right
can't
away.
climb. Why is that so fun to me? I don't get it.
That's because how in WoW we used to have wall walking, and we would waste hours a night wall walking, and then they took it
had
out of
to
the
fucking
game.
Take it away.
Bunch of dicks.
Nerds get so
Leave your
mad.
horribly rendered geometry in the game so I can walk on it. Like, what? Kind of our guild master and I, way back in the day, we would like raid would end, and then it would be 5 hours of fucking wall walking, trying to get to the top of Orgrimmar or Hyjal or, yeah. So, props to WildStar. I mean, it's really good. It's really good. I doubted it, by the way. I was one of the doubters, and then I played it.
Well, there's a lot to doubt when it comes to an MMO because, you know, everybody's been burned at least 10 times.
Yeah,
So
it's true.
you got to be cautious.
So,
I still
Alright.
have not played an MMO. I
This
just
may
don't
be
want to
the
give
one.
away my soul.
no, you don't. Just play Minecraft instead. It's basically the same thing if you're on a multiplayer. So.
Minecraft MMO coming soon.
Well, we're going to take another minute-long commercial break here, guys, and then we'll be back with the viewer questions.
Bazoopu.
Bazoople-donger.
Bazongles.
It was so silly, like playing through the open beta, and every time I logged on, there were like 10 characters in towns that were stuck under the dirt, and I sometimes couldn't find them in the last beta.
Yeah, there were.
It was
there
so
was
silly.
a bunch of bugs.
Yeah, they fixed them though. Like during Ops Week, so far I haven't seen anything after they patched it again after the open beta went.
Right. Almost back from commercial.
Someone sent me a message on Steam. Stop playing CSGO and focus on the cast, god damn it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
After.
What the fuck are these questions?
Oh, I don't even have the doc up.
God. I
Yeah,
just
there's
read
some weird ones in there.
That's not even. What the fuck? What is this at the bottom? Ooh.
I like the one at the bottom. It's great.
The very last one is actually.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, just.
Yeah, no, I won't say anything.
She really
Oh my
is
God.
writing one. Anyway,
Really?
yes.
Wait.
Oh,
We'll talk
God.
about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's never talk about it.
Because it's funny. All right. First question from @Hazimat. Which is better for gaming right now, the R9 290X or the 780? It all depends on which is cheaper for you, basically. That's what I mean, basically. That's
Where
it.
we can find it.
False. Here's what's better right here. See this? It's a 270X. It's brand new practically, and I have an extra one. You should buy it off of me. So there you go. Next question.
At Nikon Punch for inquiries.
Still trying to sell this. And I'm too lazy to put it on eBay, so
That would take all of 9 seconds. How?
I know. I kind of don't want to sell it, but at the same time I do.
The
You wanted to just
290X
sit
is more power hungry and generates more heat. But the aftermarket ones have taken care of that a little bit. It also has more
Yeah,
VRAM.
that's what I was about to ask. Is if there's been aftermarket versions that have toned down the
there's
heat
a
problem.
Sapphire Toxic edition that I want so badly. But there's also going to be 8 gigabyte editions coming soon.
Which one has a Watch Dogs pre-order tied to it?
290, it's 290X. You get Watch
Buy the
Dogs free, I believe.
290X with Watch Dogs. There you go.
Yeah.
You
Have
get it with
fun.
780 now too. But the other thing you got to think about.
How much do they cost now, the two cards?
About 550, 500 to 650, somewhere in there.
Okay.
They're expensive.
Yep.
Also, if you do anything other than gaming, if you do like Photoshop or Premiere, CUDA cores in the 7080,
Yeah.
they benefit.
And if you really
Yeah.
want the best single card, just get a 780 Ti because it really is the best single
Is it
card.
bad that I'm
Like,
looking at this
ran on a GPU.
780 Ti?
But I would go AMD because I mine Ches currency.
You know what I saw yesterday? A real life Doge. A real life Shiba Inu. And I just looked at him. It was my friend's dog. And I just said, you fucker lost me money. I hate you.
Yeah, but they're on a NASCAR now, Nikon. How can
They are.
They're gonna be
The value of
they
the
are?
game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Dogecoin has sponsored a NASCAR team.
Yeah.
and it's worth less than it was when it first came out. compared to
Bitcoin's up
Bitcoin.
right now.
There is literally no point in putting that on a NASCAR car because none of the fucking people in that audience are ever going to give a shit about that.
You think Rusty from South Carolina gives a shit about your cryptocurrency? 'Cause
I
he
went to
does.
NASCAR races for 4 or 5 years. None of those people are at the intelligence level to understand what cryptocurrency even is, okay? They won't get the basic fucking concept.
Unless
waste
it's
your time.
Budweiser. They'd be like,
Is that a new beer, Doge beer?
Doge beer.
I'm gonna make that.
That's Nikon and I's brewery. That's
Dave Oshry did get a new dog. God damn. What a dick. It's so cute.
It is cute.
Not his dick, the dog. Dog is
No, his
cute. I don't
dick's-
know if
his
his
dick's
dick's
pretty
cute or
cute.
not.
it's cute. It's pretty cute.
But at Werner Ingemar asks, how will you be celebrating Memorial Day? Well, AJ won't, because he's not.
Yeah, I was gonna
he's
say
not
I'm
Verica.
not like a heartless prick. Like that's an American
Dude,
thing, right?
like I didn't even know people did anything for Memorial Day. I've lived in fucking America for 24 years. I don't. What do you do on that day?
I'm gonna
I don't
clean my
get it.
house
Don't go
tomorrow.
to
Does that
work.
count?
Your memorial on that day.
Play Call of Duty in remembrance for all of the lost soldiers. Get a nuke.
Yeah. I'm gonna be going to San Francisco tomorrow for some like Bay Area party, but that's probably the first time I've actually done something for Memorial Day in the last 5 years.
Yeah, people.
Usually I just go, hey, I have a day off of work. All right.
Yeah, St. Jimmy, we started on time, so this is what happens. All right, at Titty70, shout outs to Titty. He's a good streamer. He's also ridiculous at Dark Souls. If you could make any planet in the solar system habitable, which would it be?
Like, what's the benefit of making another planet habitable? What's
could
the
move
draw
there?
there? But what are you going to accomplish by moving to another planet? It doesn't matter. Is something different over there that makes life
There's better
more
memes
interesting
on
than Earth?
Venus.
I was gonna make it too, but Obama took that away from us. Thanks, Obama.
Oh,
I don't know. Probably Mars?
I would go with Mars. I mean, it's the most.
I think that's the most logical one.
Yeah, it
because
makes-
Venus, it doesn't work.
Well,
And
no,
it's
you
all
make
ass
it
backwards.
habitable. So Venus is closer, technically, I believe. Is Venus closer than Mars?
This
to
is
the Earth?
closer than Mars. It's
Yes.
Venus, Earth, Mars.
Well,
How are we all
that-
missing Uranus?
Hex,
Please.
the order doesn't mean.
Closer to what? You mean closer to the planet or closer
Yeah,
to the
is
sun?
Venus or Mars closer to Earth?
I don't know.
Oh, well, that I don't know. Yeah.
See, here's
Okay,
the
Google.
implication of that
Where's
is
the science nerds in the chat?
if you're going to make one of the other planets habitable for humans, you're either going to burn out part of the sun if you go to Venus because it has to, the heat has to drop, or you're going to blow up a bunch of other planets to make like fucking Mars habitable or Saturn habitable because
I
it has
say we go with a moon from like Jupiter or something.
Go with
to,
Titan.
like Titan. Yeah.
Watch.
Yeah.
There's this really sort of bad but good movie on Netflix about them going to Titan. It's like a horror type movie.
Is she full?
God, I cannot remember the name of it. It's horrible though. By the end, it starts out actually kind of okay, but yeah, Europa Project. That's it. Watch it. It's on Netflix streaming. It's pretty bad, in a good way. Venus, by the way, is closer to Earth than Mars.
Is it?
Okay.
So,
Good to know.
yeah, it's only 38 million kilometers away.
Only
So-
30 million.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't
Get
do
to
it in
work,
miles. That's
NASA.
great.
I can't get to work.
Now I have no idea how far away it is because it's not in my shitty like system of measurements.
God, is it really Nick Fenton's birthday? This picture was just tweeted of this barbecue. Anyway, fuck Nick Fenton. Next question. Came into our email box. 222 Ninja Boy asks, do you think Jaden Smith is actually retarded or just a troll?
Yes.
He's
I think
fucking
he's actually
retarded.
stupid.
He's on another planet. He is so
My favorite thing.
You can't be that good of a troll. There is
No.
no way. You don't come out with that level of bullshit and not have some kind of disability. There is no way. I refuse to believe it.
I think
My
it's just a
favorite thing
dumb
is the
kid.
way that his dad looks at him anytime dumb. Like he wants to punch his son in the face. You can fucking feel it. You can feel it radiating through the video, but he doesn't. He's like, whoa, that's deep. But under that, like, you can hear the trembling in his voice, and his fist is fucking shaking on that armchair that he's got, and he just wants to punch his kid out the door and never see him again. If only the cameras
Is there
weren't
video?
rolling.
I have not seen video of this.
It's the one where he talks about how 0 means nothing, but also means everything.
Oh
like,
my
talking
god!
about,
In chat right now,
that
I'm
one.
slain. How can stupid be real if our eyes are real? I can't. Those Jaden tweets.
Have you seen the video of Will and Jaden doing the Fresh Prince song? And like Will is all up front, rocking it, nostalgia, perfect, and you can just see fucking Jaden in the back, like I'm cool too. And his dad you can just tell he fucking hates her. He's like, I wasted my sperm on you. Are you kidding me? Like it's insane.
I could have gotten head
I don't
instead.
get that kid.
Fuck.
Exactly.
If you just watch the After Earth movie, then you will understand the relationship of Will Smith and Jaden Smith. Like, it shows through that. His dad is emotionless and really just wants his son to die, and you can feel that.
He just wants his son to die. He did wear a white Batman suit to Kanye's wedding. Good God.
Just why?
Kill me in the face. All right. Next question before my head explodes. Samu asks, sometimes when I use the bathroom at school, people come in and want to start conversations. And it's really awkward because we are both wielding our bratwursts. And I never know what to say back. If you were in this situation, how would you respond, and how would John Carmack respond?
I don't even like breathing in the bathroom. If you breathe louder than normal, I feel uncomfortable. Like, anytime that I go and I use a urinal and somebody, is doing the dirty in the stall and they fucking make a noise, I'm like, God damn it. I just want to die right now. This is the worst thing on the planet.
The best is
just
that
anybody, just imagine someone taking the biggest shit in their life and just going, like, just in the background. Like, you don't want to hear that. You don't.
You just keep your eyes forward and you shut your face.
There's always that one dick at like a bar who's like makes the joke about how big his dick is. He's like, oh man, God. The water's cold in here.
Yeah, the worst is the fucking asshole that comes in on a cell phone and is like, yeah, just let's have a fucking conference call right now while I'm taking piss. Just Yep, numbers in India look great. Just fucking
that guy is the fucking worst. You're
That's
right.
when you just flush every single urinal and toilet in the bathroom at the same time.
God damn it. There was a good question for APL. Oh man, good question just came in 20 minutes ago. It's not in the document. I'm going to ask anyway. There's many spelling mistakes in it. But Carter B asks, yesterday I kissed my girlfriend, but she farted while we kissed. Should I break up with her and then date her sister? It's a multifaceted question.
I mean, that's quite a jump, but okay.
I would say no, because the first time a girl farts in front of you, that's when she really trusts you. So she just she trusts you like right now.
Hold it against her forever.
You hold her tight. You do not let go. You
hold
squeeze
her down
until she rips ass, and you just love her.
Put her in the back of your van until she rips ass. God. I wouldn't date her sister. I think
But what if the same situation happens? Then you just go back to the original one? I don't get it. Do you
Maybe
just
the
go in
family's
limbo?
just gassy.
Yeah, I don't get it. You should probably just leave the family and not go to the sister. I don't understand.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Just go to another. Yeah, don't do that.
But then that just creates tension. Like if you go to the sister, this guy's creating all kinds of problems with himself because of flatulence, and I don't fucking get it. Come on, stop.
No, just see it as a mating call. Like that's just inviting you.
She's displaying her plumage. You know?
Well, the real question is it one of the ones that smells really bad, or is it just loud and obnoxious, but you don't smell anything? Because if it smells really bad, then you got to get rid of her. Because no one wants a girl that has ass that just
good responses
ruins a room.
Here. Suck the next one out of her butt. That's also a valid response. Plug all her holes. I don't know that that's humane. Is her sister hotter? That is information that we need.
Fair question.
Yeah, I think you should keep kissing her. That would be
KBMOD hates women.
Yeah, we do. Yep. Next question. Malcolm A, the worst part of this question I will get to after I read it. Malcolm A asks, how do I convince my mom to let me use her credit card to buy a Brazzers subscription? He spelled Brazzers wrong, so first of all, you're getting scammed. There is no Brazzers with 2 A's, so I wouldn't use your card at that site. I can't lie to her, though, since it's a sin, and I don't want my main man up in the sky, J Money, to be mad at me. Please help. Well,
J Money.
You're already masturbating to Brazzers, so, I mean, somewhere in your life you took a wrong turn. There is Pornhub, and it's free, so that's my first suggestion.
Yeah,
Second, you should really ask your mom to let you use her credit card to buy a Brazzers membership, because I just want to see what your mom does in that situation.
You should ask her and videotape it for YouTube so we can highlight it here.
Yeah. Anion has looked up the Brazzers, Brazzars, and it's a Persian rug company. So.
Oh, then you definitely should ask.
No,
her.
that you use that as a cover.
Maybe
you use that as a cover up.
Is accurate.
Yeah.
You just
that's
loves
our
rugs.
only advice, I suppose. Also, if you want the porn, that's Brazzers. Yes, thank you. At general, no, we're gonna skip that one. We're just gonna go right to this ending, the big finale.
Fair enough.
Here we go.
So for those that haven't heard, Justine is writing a memoir, an autobiography, if you will. This is really a thing. It's happening, and we have been sent an early copy of it, and we have an excerpt here from viewer An Ion. I said his name correctly because I respect him so much for sending this in. The name of the memoir is I Just Can't.
I just can't.
Chapter 4, Me, Myself, and My Intervention. He called me a noob, and that was the last straw. I bust out my custom-created class with my trusty sniper rifle, and 360 ladder stalled him across the map for a game-winning kill cam on Rust. That's elite speak for I won the game. He instantly apologized to me and said he was turning over a new leaf. Did I save a life? Maybe. Did I defeat the patriarchy? I just did.
Christ.
Justine has never hit a sniper shot in her life, so it's obviously false. And she's trying to make herself look better.
I don't know, how Anion got a hold of this, but it'll be in store soon. I Just Can't by Justine, whatever her last name is. You can pick it up.
Pre-ordering it. Fuck Watch Dogs. I'm getting this shit.
Actually, that might be a good call if you're looking for more entertainment. So basically, G1C4, thank you for the subscription.
Why that, of all things, made you sub to this channel?
Yeah.
He made a new account. He's resubbing to all of his channels. But he's a good bro, so thanks for subbing.
We had a question about anime, but since AJ's here, I don't want to ask it.
Yeah.
But shout outs to it.
Shout out to anime.
All right. Well, that is it, guys. Thank you for the sub there at the end. That is it for the podcast. Big thanks to AJ, Hex, Nikon, and Mark for coming out and doing a podcast with me tonight on short notice.
Yeah, definitely.
As the rest of those deadbeat losers that are normally on this thing.
A whole lot of deadbeat losers.
All 5 of them can go straight to hell. So we'll see you guys next week, maybe with the normal crew back. Who knows? But yeah, thanks so much for watching. And the next time this channel will be live will be noon Eastern tomorrow, I believe. Unless Jedi is gone for celebrating patriotic pursuits, which I highly doubt, given Jedi. So he'll be live at noon tomorrow, and then I will be live tomorrow night with some video games. So thanks for coming out, guys, and we shall see you next time.
Sounds good.
Later.
Bye-bye.